As stars gathered above, people trailed up the hill for the Piper's Day concert. The seats quickly filled. Town Hall was ablaze, candles burned by the score. Roman lamps lit the square leading up to the door where Snurk welcomed Id's bosses and the ruling cabal to what he was calling the Boss's Day Ball. The rats had come out of their holes for the night. Holding court on the porch of Town Hall in plain sight, Roy proclaimed, "Town Square is our kingdom tonight." Still deep in a trance, Kirk was barely aware. He thought he was singing downtown in Town Square. He felt his mouth moving, chanting the words of a song that he'd never before ever heard. Ratatattat. Very strange words. Then he woke, on his feet, in shock, looking out on a vast sea of faces. He wanted to shout, "What happened to me? What's this about?" But he was on stage, and the town had come out. Id's mothers, fathers, and children were listening. Traps workers were there, not one of them missing. Even Chris had climbed up with her crutches. "No way I'd ever miss this," he heard his friend say. He told himself, "Kirk, get a grip, okay? You know where you are, the theater stage, directly above the Pied Piper's cave, and everyone's waiting, so think of a song." Before the crowd noticed that something was wrong, he quickly addressed them. "Hello, everyone! I'm glad you could come. Are you ready for fun?" The applause was like thunder with shouts of "Hooray!" "I've been asked to sing something this Pied Piper's Day about him, the Pied Piper. Would that be okay?" Again they applauded with scattered hoorays. This particular song's for a girl we all know. My best friend, wave, Chris. She's in the front row. Then the ancient arena conducted the sound of his voice as he offered his gift to the town. A rising full moon dimly lit the hill's crest, while lightning-laced clouds mounted up in the west. Dangerous clouds, Kirk thought. I don't know if I ought to keep singing or tell them to go. Little Muse was confused. I was here in the square. It was evening, not night. Kirk was standing right there. What happened? Night pounced, and Kirk's gone. But how? Where? She was starting to leave when she gasped in despair. Thousands of rats had appeared on the stairs, and Roy, reckless Roy, on another rat's dare, wildly leaped down the stairs to land in the square. Muse hid at the back of the statue. "I'm scared. In its history, no rat has set paw in the square," she whimpered. "Till now." Clearly, Roy didn't care. He strutted right out to the heart of the square where the Pied Piper stood, as if calling him there. Silence spread through the rats, but he answered their stares. "Beware of the square," my father would say, and "You're already dead if you hear the pipe play." Superstition and foolishness, that's what I say. Amazed, the rats gawked at him, huddling in fear, sniffing the air and twitching their ears. Muse trembled and thought, "It's not safe even here, and there's nowhere to hide, anywhere near." She instinctively climbed up the statue's stone base. When she reached its bronze feet, she slipped in her haste, but then found a safe way to climb up to its arm, and had just reached the pipe when she froze in alarm. A conjuring voice whispered, "Ratatattat," or "Come, come and play," in the language of rats. "Who said that?" she squeaked, looking this way and that. "That voice was a man's, but no man can speak rat." She looked at the rats. Didn't they hear? Apparently not. They were showing no fear, and more of them perched on the bottommost stair, where they watched while Roy strutted and posed in the square. He goaded them, scoffing, "That statue's all a hype." Mews scrambled inside of the slippery pipe. "It appears to be clear," Roy sneered. "No one's here." The air was electric. The wind held its breath. The harvest moon loomed. In the dark waited death. But no one was there. Not as far as they saw. So they leaped down the stairs laughing, "Ha ha ha ha." Roy climbed on the statue to oohs and ahs. At the feet of the piper, slick bronze met his claws, yet he managed to balance on just his back paws and wave to his gang. Then, to raucous applause, he posed, as if playing a pipe with his paws. Right over his head, Mews gasped in despair. His gang of rats copied him, pawing the air, while rats by the thousands were packing the square. But his claws lost their grip on the bronze. He slipped. Flailing and twisting, he did a back flip, knocking over a lamp. With a crash, the lamp broke, drenching the rat with its oil. He was soaked. From the broken lamp's wick, a red tongue of flame licked, and wrapped the big rat like a cloak. It was quick. He blazed like a torch as he ran through the rats. His instincts said hide. He looked this way and that, dove under the fireworks, and rat-a-tat-tat. Firecrackers were popping, while frightened rats stared. Whoosh! Flames exploded. Sparks flew in the air. Rockets shot through them all and over the square, while the rats in confusion ran everywhere. Kaboom! Through the windows, rockets came thrusting, bursting, blazing, torching, busting. Id's hour of crisis, desperate and dire. It seemed God had come. Town Hall was on fire.